Hey, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. We are going to be working on body weight training for the lower body with today's workout. All you need is some sturdy athletic shoes, some water handy for hydration, and lots of space to move in. Let's get warmed up. Bring your feet a little wider than your shoulders with your toes pointing straight ahead. Soften your knees and lengthen out through your waistline. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull down. Hands on the front of the thighs, lengthen the spine. Hinge at the hips. Lift up. Press the hips forward and open through your chest and hips. Hinge at the hips. Sitting back, lift up and press the hips forward. Opening through the front of the body. Hinge. Stretching the back of the body, lift up and open the front of the body. Let's do it one more time. Hinge. Lift up and press the hips forward and come up. Hands on the thighs, squat down and up. Keep your chest facing forward. Sit back through your hips. Shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. 4 more. Now squat down a little deeper. Come up and reach to the left. Squat. Come up and reach to the right. We're combining a couple of movements that really warm the body up. A squat and rotation. Squat down nice and deep in a doable range of motion and rotate. Let's do one more time each side. Reach. Now reach side to side, reach across. Release the heel, swivel on the ball of the foot, move your hips, pull back through your opposite elbow, reach out level with the shoulder, thumb up. 4, 3, 2, swing the arms, easy arm swings. Just relax your arms and let them swing side to side. Little bend of the knees, little rotation. 4, 3, 2, now shift side to side, shift, side to side, reach down towards the inside of the opposite leg. One leg bends, one leg is straight. Hinge at the hips. 4, 3, 2, hold to the right. Now sit back and come up. Other side, sit back and come up. Sit back to the right, left leg is straight. Sit to the left, right leg is straight. Let's do it one more time each side. Shift and lift. Turn your toes out so that your heels are in a little. You're at 10 and 2. Squat down and open your knees into a sumo squat. Shift a little side to side and press your knees open. Stretching your groin. Drop your right shoulder down, press the right knee back, look up over your left shoulder. Switch sides. Press the left knee back, look up over your right shoulder. Come back to the center, press both knees back, squat down and come up. Bring your toes, your feet about hip distance apart and step your left leg back just a little. Now bend and straighten, stretching the calf. 2 more. Hold that bend in the knee, flex your right foot, hinge at the hip, reach down and come up. Other side, step back with the right leg, all 10 toes face forward, bend and straighten. Just mobilizing the ankle. Stay down there. Now flex your left foot, shift back, hinge at the hips, reach down, stretching the hamstring, back of the thigh, and lift up. All right, we are warmed up and ready to go for our leg training. I'm going to start my timer. We're going to do each move for about 45 seconds. It gives you plenty of time. We train the sides of the body separately. We're going to do the right side for 2 moves. We combine the moves for a 3rd move, and then we do the same thing on the other side. So this can be quite intense. Work at your own pace, pause if you need to. Let's start with a rear lunge. Bring your feet hip distance, stand tall, lunge your left leg back. Left leg back, rotate, center, and come up. Lunge back, hands forward, rotate, center, and pull your hands down and squeeze between your shoulder blades. Rotate, center, moving with lots of control today. Lunge, rotate, center, and pull in. Lunge, rotate. You're stepping back onto the ball of the foot rather than the whole of the foot. Back heel is lifted, so keep the left heel lifted, rotate, center, and step in. That was our first move. Now, don't forget it, we're coming back to it. Kickstand hinge. So stand on your right leg and keep your right knee slightly bent. Kickstand the left foot so that your knees are lined up. Hands across the chest. Hinge at the hips and lift up. And lift. Sit back through the hips and come up tall. Keep the back of your neck long and brace your core for the entire movement. Sitting back each time. Keep the back of your neck long so your gaze comes down as you hinge forward. You'll feel the hamstring, the back of your thigh, on the right side. Last one. Good, come up. All right, now we combine it. Rear lunge and rotate, and then 2 hinges. Have your feet hip distance apart, stand tall, realign your posture before we begin. Are you ready? In 4, 3, 2, let's go. Lunge, rotate, center, and down. Now hinge, hinge, and lift, hinge again. Keep your right knee soft, and lift. Now lunge, lunge, rotate, center, and down. Now hinge, hinge, lift, hinge. Last time, lunge, rotate, center, step in, hinge, and lift. Last one, hinge, and lift. All right, now we do everything on the other side, starting from the rear lunge. Okay, just roll your shoulders back, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Let's do the other side. Feet hip distance, chest up. Lunge the right leg back, rotate, center, and step in. Same thing. Lunge, rotate, center, and step in. There's a little bit of balance, so if you're feeling that balance challenge, make sure you keep your feet hip distance apart when you step in, and then step straight back from that stance. That keeps you a wider base of support, makes it easier to balance. Lunge, rotate, center, and come in. Squeeze between your shoulder blades as you come up to realign your posture. Center, and now the hinge. So stand on your left leg and soften your left knee. Kickstand the right leg so that your knees are lined up. You've got 80% of your weight on the left leg. Keep that left knee soft. Bring your hands across the chest. Here we go. Hinge and lift. Hinge and lift. Now keep the back of your neck long by slightly tucking your chin. You've got space for a grapefruit between your chin and your chest. Sit back through the hips and come up tall. You're working the muscles in the back of the thigh as well as your glutes, your rear. You might feel it there. Have your weight a little bit more in your left heel than you do in the ball of your foot. That will help you feel it more. Push the heel into the floor to come up and up. All right, now we combine it. Shake it out. Just rotate the spine a little bit. Okay, rear lunge and then 2 hinges. Feet hip distance. Right leg lunges back. Let's go. Lunge. Rotate, center, and come up. Hinge, lift, hinge, and lift. Now lunge, lunge. Rotate, center, pull back between the shoulder blades. Hinge, and lift, hinge, and lift. Again, lunge. Rotate, center, and come up. Hinge, and lift, hinge, and done. Okay, there was our first sequence. We got 2 more sequences. If you're thirsty, grab a sip of water. Otherwise, I'm going to preview our next move. It's a sumo squat, and it's dynamic. So you're going to step the left leg out to the side. Your right leg stays at 12 o'clock. Left leg steps out to 8 o'clock on a clock. You squat down and then you step in, closing through the inner thighs. Hands stay on the thighs. Lift your chest. Let's begin. Out and in. Open the knees. Open the knees, press the knees back, sit back. So sit back. There's a little hinge at the hips. Not much, just a little because you're sitting back. So sit back and come up. One more. Okay. That's our first move. Now the next move is a crossover lunge. Now it's only a slight crossover. You want to keep your hips square to the front the whole time. So you cross back onto the ball of the foot, you dip down, hinge forward, and then you come up. Here we go. Reach across, come up. Reach across, come up. That rotation with your upper body helps keep your hips square to the front. Pull back, cross, and pull back. Cross, and pull back. Pull back, cross, and pull back. You'll be feeling your right leg pretty strongly, especially the front of your thigh. And maybe in the side of the hip as well. And pull back. All right, now we combine them. Just shake out your right leg a little. So sumo, come up, crossover. One of each, just alternate it. All right, stand with your feet close together, hands on the thighs. In 4, 3, 2, let's go. Lunge. Come up, cross, and rotate. Come up, lunge. Come up, cross, and up. Come up, cross, and up. Open to 8 o'clock, cross, and up. Open and up. Cross and up. One more. Cross. Open up. And now cross. Rotate and come up. Okay. Shake out that right leg. It got some work, but now we're going to do it on the left. Got to get the other side. Readjust your posture, shake out your legs a little bit. Let's walk through it. Step the right leg diagonally back to 4 o'clock, squat down, and step in. Here we go. Out and in. Make it a nice big step so you can really open through your inner thighs. You'll feel a stretch in your inner thighs. Little hinge at the hips, sit back, and then come up. Open your inner thighs. Open the inner thighs and come up. One more. Very good. Crossover. We're more than halfway through class, so just pacing yourself. Remember, you can take a break if you need to. Keep going if you can. Hips square to the front, feet close together. Then rotate, step the right leg back, you step back, hips stay square to the front, you sink down and come up. Here we go. Cross and come up. Cross, rotate and come up. Cross and up. And come up. Cross and up. Rotate back. One more. Okay, now we combine it. Just give your leg a little shake. When we combine it, it gets very challenging because you've already done 2 different exercises on that same side. But that's the challenge. Rather than using weights or external load, we use our body weight and we do more repetitions. All right, hands on the thighs. Here we go. Squat, lift, rotate, and come up. Rotate and up. Open. You're more than halfway through the set. Hang in there. Take a break if you need to. Keep going if you can. You're almost there. Every repetition is making you stronger. Last one. Open. And up. Cross. And up. Okay. We have one more sequence. We're starting with a kickstand, another kickstand, but this time it's a squat rather than a hinge. So that means your knee is going to bend a whole lot more. Stand on your right leg and take a little step to your left because we'll be moving to the left with our second move. So kickstand the left leg, you got your weight on the right, reach out in front of you as you sit back. Keep 80% of your weight on the right leg. You're going to feel the right thigh very strongly on this move because it really strengthens the front of your thigh. As you sit back, you'll feel a stretch in your rear, in your glutes, and those muscles are working too. Just stretch your hands out in front of you a little bit to counterbalance sitting back so you feel balanced from front to back. One more. And come up. Okay. Side lunge to the right. Have your feet together, chest lifted, hands on the front of the thighs. You take a big step to the right, your left leg is straight, all 10 toes face forward, you shift across and you push off. Here we go. And push off. Big step out and push off. Your left leg stays basically straight. You're stepping out with the right leg. That makes the right leg the working leg. Push off. Sink down, sit back and push. Come up tall each time and push off. Back of the neck stays long. Hinge at the hips as you come forward with the body. One more. Okay, now we put it together. So it's kickstand squat and lunge. So there's a weight shift with this one. Bring your weight onto your right leg, kickstand the left. Here we go, squat and come up. Lunge, reach across and come up. Squat on the right. Now lunge to the right, reach across and come up. Squat and come up. Lunge and push. Squat and up. Reach across and push. And push. Squat down, come up, reach across and push and done. Okay, now we've got the other side and then we're done. Then we stretch. So you're almost there. Take a little step to your right. So you've got space to move to the left for the lunge. Bring your weight onto the left leg. Kickstand the right leg. Have your feet about shoulder distance apart. Get all your weight onto the left leg. Hands come forward. Squat and come up. Squat and lift up tall. Again, you're going to feel the front of your thigh. I want you to sit back into the hips as much as you can. Shift back and lift up. Feel the whole leg working. Keep tension on it by keeping your weight shifted onto that left leg as much as you can. Sitting back each time, come up tall. And come up. Okay, side lunge to the left. Feet together. You take a big step out to the left. Now that step depends on the length of your legs and the strength of your legs. You bend the left leg, sit the hip back, and you push off. Feet together. Here we go. Lunge and push off. And push off. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. Step out only as far as you can push back with control. So the width of the step also depends on your strength, which is influenced by your ability to step back in, like that. Push the floor away to come in. We're almost there. Let's do one more. Okay, now the combination. You have to think a little bit with this one. There's a little bit to think of. Bring your weight back onto the left leg. It's a squat, a shift, a step, and a push back. Here we go. Squat and come up. Lunge, reach across and come back. Squat. You got your weight on the left leg and then you lunge to the left. Push off. Squat. Keep your weight on the left. Lunge to the left. Push off. Squat. Up. Lunge. And press away. Lunge. Press away. Press away. Last one. Done. Okay. We are done. Let's stretch. Come back into the center of your space. Bring your hands comfortably onto your hips if you want. Have your feet hip distance. Keep all 10 toes facing forward and step back with your left leg. Just like we did in the warm-up, but we're going to spend a little bit more time on it in our stretch. All 10 toes face forward, bend and straighten the knees. Keep your left heel down. You'll feel an easy stretch in the ankle and calf on the left side. Let's do 4 more. Good, now stay down. Flex the right ankle. Hinge at the hips, sitting back. Reach down and come up. Reach down and come up. Hinge and come up. 1 more. Hinge and come up, and step the left leg all the way back. Dip down and rotate to the right. Bring your hands forward onto the thigh. Press your heel to the floor. Press your heel to the floor, stretching the calf. Again, but the leg is straight this time. Come up. Let's do the other side. Separate the feet hip distance and stagger your right leg back just a little past the left. Bend and straighten. This side always feels so different to me, probably because I tore my calf muscle a few years ago. So it healed, but it healed a little tighter, which is often the case. 2 more. Hold here. Now, flex your left ankle, hinge at the hips. Reach down and come up, stretching the hamstring. Down and up. When you come up, press the hips forward, pull the elbows back, and step back with your right leg onto the ball of your foot. Dip down and rotate to the left. And come forward, hands on the thigh, press the right heel to the floor, stretching the calf, and come up. Let's stretch out the front of your thighs. Now you can use a table, a wall, or a sturdy chair to help you balance. Shift onto the left leg, pick the right foot up, and then walk down towards your shin, ankle, or foot, holding it in the right hand. Pull that leg back, opening the front of the hip and the front of the thigh. So stretching out your quadriceps. We work those muscles really with some challenging moves today, so I want to give them some love and open them up, give them a stretch. Good, release. Shift to the other side. Bring your weight across, pick up the foot, climb down towards your shin, ankle, or foot, and bring that back. I'm super tight, so this is challenging for me. Roll your shoulder back, keep your knees close together, and stand tall. And again, you can use a chair, a table, or a wall if you prefer, if the balance is hijacking your ability to stretch especially. Push the hip forward, pull the foot gently up, and release. Shake out the legs. We work them with some very challenging moves today. Let's rotate the torso. Let the arms swing out. Swivel the foot. Stand tall. And just let the arms swing and tap the side of the body as they stop. Release the heel, so you swivel the foot. Couple more. Good. Bring your hands onto your hips. Circle the hips in one direction. Circle in the other direction. Easy hip mobility. Always feels good at the end of a workout, or the beginning always just feels good. Okay, hold here. Let's stretch your neck. Reach your fingertips down towards the floor. Press your shoulders down away from your ears and pull the shoulders back. Tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder. Stretch the left side of your neck. Lift up, roll your shoulders back. Reach down, lift your chest. Tilt your left ear over to your left shoulder. And lift up, Roll your shoulders back. We are done. I want to thank you for joining me. Having strong legs is so important. It keeps us mobile. It makes it easier to walk up and down stairs, up and down hills. It helps us to walk faster. It pretty much keeps us younger. So you did something really important for your health and well-being today. Bye for now.